Hey, y'all, it's your girl Ayana, and I'm back entering the chat. This time we're checking out Bethany goes to the Hurricane Katrina areas in the lower Ninth Ward. So this should be interesting. Looks like Aunt Gail is gonna be and the cousin are gonna be taking Bethany and family on a tour. All right, let's check it out. Wonder how she's gonna.
Area. This is where the water was real bad because the levee is here. So everything was flooded. That's why a lot of houses you'll see like this, they're not coming yet. It's 20 years. And people had to board up their houses and you could see the water when they were in their home, they could see the water coming down the street.
Just to be honest, this area don't really look that bad. I mean, yeah, there's some trash and stuff, and I mean a couple of houses that are condemned and stuff. But I mean, I want to see the areas that were bad.
I mean, if the areas were bad, chances are there's not anything else left there. Um, I don't think there's anything wrong with this question that Bethany asked per se. And I know a lot of times we spend a lot of time just kind of analyzing Bethany's actions, but I got a glimmer of hope when she lets her hair down that she's not just super duper horrible. I mean, it's a glimmer, but I can also give a person grace. So let's see where this goes. Hopefully she's not going to say some open her mouth and insert her foot. Let's go.
Bad because I mean, I want to see that. So why don't y'all take us to that? Because
Yeah.
You really want to see those areas?
Well,
Do
you
you
know,
really want to see somebody sitting out
It's
shooting
nice.
up around in their arm with a needle in broad daylight? Because that's what you're going to
It's
see.
really bad.
You're really going to see drug
Yes.
dealers out there selling drugs to these people. You're going to
Yes.
see people.
You know what, Aunt Cousin, she gonna always keep it real. I love her. I wish Aunt Gail and this cousin here they could be like regular um characters on these skits, and then also bringing in Brooke's cousin that just left. I think it's Destiny, and then the other cousin from New Orleans. I would like to see the three of them together in some skits. I think that would be like really really cool. Let's keep going, y'all. I love her. She keeps it real, and I love how she just tells what the situation is. Let's just keep going.
Sitting outside with probably guns on their laps
okay,
or
well,
something like
I
that.
don't want Brooke to be
Yes.
Yes.
see
No,
there.
we don't.
We don't want that.
We
We don't want to
we
go
don't
there.
need
No.
those
Okay.
people around there.
Okay. I
Yes.
didn't realize
We
it
don't
was.
need it.
It's
I
that
didn't
bad.
realize it
Yes,
was that bad.
it's that bad. Yes, it's that bad.
So,
Yes, it is.
I didn't
what
realize a little water could
can
do
you
that much
explain
damage.
the
So.
levee? How that happened? I mean, what
The levee just
boom
the
everybody
weight
said
of
they
the
heard.
water and the pushing
The pushing of the
hurricane. The
water.
hurricane was a category 5.
Yes.
A category 5 is a very bad storm.
Mhm.
So that means that water was pushing and pushing and pushing. And when it pushed too much, the levee broke.
And it just, the
And that
boom
levee
that
was
people
old.
heard
Yeah.
was
The
not
levee
a
breaking.
bomb somebody blew it up with, like they were saying they heard an explosion.
Yeah.
It was the water coming from the north, the
Yes.
south, the east, and the west. You
Yes.
had 4 forms of bodies
Water.
of water
Yes.
coming
It's
in
surrounded by
that
water.
pushed.
Now I will say I remember watching when the levees broke. That was a Spike Lee film and a documentary on Hurricane Katrina shortly after it occurred. And then the newer Hurricane Katrina, they and I think there was one more doc. I think I've seen like three documentaries on Hurricane Katrina, and um, they talked about the bombing of the levees. So some people believe that they bombed the levees so they could flood the lower ninth ward, and other people just believe that it was just what it was. It was all that pressure from the storm and all the storm surge and water and debris and all of that that caused those levees to break.
through those walls because they were weak and old and had no maintenance been done on them in all them
See, I just
years.
feel like that's ignorant behavior on the city's
The
part because they
city,
should have
the
done that
city,
shit.
the city do not care. Our
So aren't y'all
city,
scared that that's going to happen again?
it's gonna happen again.
Yes.
But
And
I
they
might not
said
be here. I'm
if it
75.
happened again,
But
it's
it's
going
gonna
to
happen
wash
again.
out the state of
Because
Louisiana
you see,
and
we
Miami, Florida.
underwater.
Oh, wow.
We
Yes.
underwater.
Yes, that's the prediction.
Yes, we are underwater.
This was
Yes.
built on top
Yes.
of water, so
Water.
there's water underwater.
Under-
So excuse
Yeah.
my ignorance. That's what I call it the lower ninth ward.
The
So his
lower
lower
ninth
everything,
ward, 'cause
everything
it's
else.
low.
Now, I want to say this about Bethany in this skit though. You can go outside. She asked some very good questions, and so is Larry. I like them being educated. I like how the aunt responded to Bethany when she said, "I want to see the real devastation." It's pretty much what she was saying, and she's like, "Do you really want to see something like that?" And just really gave her something to think about. I like how they were able to express that to her, and she was able to receive what they were saying. I don't without judgment. I did catch the little comment she made about, "Oh, I didn't believe a little water could do something like that," but in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't just a little water. I mean, that was a lot of water, especially when you already below sea level. So now you got all of that going on. I mean, I live in Atlanta, so we're above sea level just slightly, but it had to be devastating for them. I remember seeing it on TV, and it was devastating for me just seeing it on TV. Imagining having to live through it and wonder if you're going to make it another day. And then also seeing the people that passed away. So I think this was a really good skit that Wayne and team bought us, utilizing Larry and Bethany. So, and also just giving an education to Brooke because she wasn't around, she definitely wasn't around. Well, probably wasn't even thought about when Hurricane Katrina happened because Hurricane Katrina just hit. Was it 20 years? 20? Yeah, it had. Yeah, I think it just reached 20 years. So since that tragedy, and of course, New Orleans and Louisiana have seen. I think there was Hurricane Bessie. I want to say Camille might have been one of them as well. So they've definitely seen some devastation. But Hurricane Katrina in our modern time, that was the worst that I know I've ever witnessed from afar. So great job, Country Rain team, um, Bethany, Larry, Brooke, Aunt Gail, cousin. I can't never remember the cousin's name, but great job in just kind of telling us what it's like there now and showing us what it's like there now and educating us in this skit.
Sea
Okay.
level.
It's low. It's
Okay.
the lowest level of the city. The
Wow.
lower ninth
Yes.
ward.
I was
Yeah.
just saying something.
Yeah.
And where
Yeah.
I stay at, there's seaweed growing up through the cracks of the ground in my front yard and backyard. And I said to my mother, I said, this because we're sitting on top of water.
We on top
Okay.
of water. Yes.
How am I getting seaweeds to be coming up in my front yard and backyard? That means my house is this much off of water.
She said seaweed coming up through the concrete, y'all. Y'all, I'm gonna leave it right here. Y'all tell me what you all think about this skit and just hearing firsthand a firsthand account from some survivors. Again, I gotta clap it up for the Country Wayne team and for this skit right here. It's right on time. The anniversary was a little while ago, but still, it's still great timing to just kind of bring that um, back into the forefront of all of our minds. I would love to see more of these um, educational, but also fun and funny type skits. Still being true to the characters, but also showing another side of them. So kudos, and y'all get in the chat. Let me know what y'all think. And until the next skit, peace. Wow.